Excellency, Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of the Republic of Kenya, Honorable Ministers, Ambassadors, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and very humbly, all protocol observed. My colleague has very well enunciated everyone, indicated everyone present. In the name of President Donald Kaberuka, President of the African Development Bank, I'm honored to welcome you to the Africa Forum on Inclusive Economies here in Nairobi, Kenya. Dr. Kaberuka, Mr. President, extends his regrets. It's the last 2 weeks of our board sitting, and we discussing the budget at the moment. And I think if he was absent from that board, we may have small challenges on this infrastructure rollout. And he asked if you could please excuse him because he's absolutely committed to this agenda and the issues that are being discussed, and wanted to be here, tried to be here up to the last minute. So you're here with second best, Vice President, Special Envoy on Gender, but inequalities and the whole issue of the inclusive agenda is quite critical to what we want to take forward. So I'd like to express our collective gratitude for you having honored us here by your presence amidst your commitments, because this speaks to the importance of today's events. We'd also like to thank our co-conveners, the Rockefeller Foundation and the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, for their commitment and dedication to ensure that this second forum brings light, we all hope, on inclusive economy, brought together in this room leaders and policymakers to not only identify and address the issues and to focus on help move Africa forward with the inclusive economies approach, but to ensure that we also look at the steps to make the implementation happen. And we need to do it for those we brought on the room, into the room through the video clip we saw earlier. The impressive levels of growth of African countries, both current and expected. And we know that 19 out of 30, the 30 fastest growing economies, as it's projected in the next 5 years, will be African. But we know that there are still persistent levels of poverty, as stated. Food insecurity and inequality is a problem that we will be dealing with, tasked to explore and find solutions to. Indeed, it's a daunting problem, but one that we must and can find solutions to, as the men, women, and children of this continent, to whom growth means so little, count on us to do. And that was stated in the voices earlier as well. So we must engage with how Africa invests in and promotes inclusive growth. We must look at how regional integration promotes inclusive growth and how the private sector can contribute to inclusive growth. The roles and responsibility of regional economic institutions, the private sector entities, governments and regulators alongside research institutions also needs to be addressed in order to find solutions to the issues at hand and to propose solutions to them. I have no doubt, the African Development Bank, I have no doubt whatsoever that insightful debates and exchanges will lead us to just that. I thank you very much.